activate it. You gotta activate the nut.
Why?
How do you?
I don't get it.
That's a nut with a switch on it. Activate
Yeah,
it.
but it's like an almond.
It's
Yeah.
an almond.
Nut.
What are you activating?
Nut.
Okay. I don't get it.
I don't
You're
get it
crazy. You're just talking crazy.
Kids these days, I tell
This,
you.
this is why no one's in Sandmoose.
Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to the CoGPod episode 32.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think so.
Everybody's here this week. We have Luke back. Yay!
Yay, welcome
Yay.
back.
Yay.
All these claps.
Man, he totally dished us last week for disc golf.
Was that last week?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
disc
Yeah.
golf is like an excuse for when you're doing something and you don't want to tell people what you're doing.
That's totally it.
No, I think he just gets tired of being around me and is like, I'm going to go play disc golf. Fuck off.
Excuse me for trying to be active with my life instead of play video games all the time.
Wow.
I know. No matter what you do, I'll complain.
I know, right?
That's the job of a wife.
Video games. Yeah. She yells at me when
Never
I play
happy.
too many video games.
Girls are never happy.
And I'm
It's
like,
very
I'm trying
true.
to get out and do some exercise and do something
We
I
were
like
gonna
to do.
go the other night. I was gonna go with you and like use my real camera and take pictures of the park and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
the world and Jesus and babies didn't understand about us going outdoors and actually doing something active. So then a monsoon hit
Yeah.
suddenly out of nowhere to keep us from going outside.
Yeah. It was
Hell-
kind of
hell froze over.
overcast all day, and it was like, oh, like a 20 to 30% chance of rain. And on the way home, it's like,
poured.
you know when it starts to rain, but it's
Start
not like a drizzle.
hydroplaning?
It's like the
It's like the fat drops.
We're both doing the exact same hand motion for that.
The
It's
exact
like the
same fat
but
drops.
no,
Okay.
yeah, but no, like just the big
That
sporadic huge
PHAT?
fat drops. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's just like
I had
what,
to
you
go
can't
out
see
and
anything.
rescue him from his car with an umbrella. It was raining so hard.
Wait, would he
You
melt?
didn't have
You're
to.
such a gentleman,
Yeah.
Amanda.
Well, no, I just didn't want him to get covered.
Chivalry's not dead.
No.
So I came out with. I'm just thoughtful. Sorry that I'm
Sorry.
thoughtful.
Oh, yeah, I'm always going to complain no matter what you do. See how I turned it around on you?
Bam.
Wow.
Lawyered.
So how'd you do in your tournament that you were in last week when you dished us?
I didn't do great overall. It was 2 rounds, and I ended up like 8th or 9th, I think.
But didn't you win something?
Yeah, I did. But it was 9th place out of like 14 of my division.
Mm-hmm.
But I hit an ace, a hole in one. Whoop, whoop. And they have what they call an ace pot, to where you put $5 in at the beginning, and if you hit an ace during the round, then you get that money, and you split it if more than one people get it. But I was the only one in. They kind of split it between like amateurs and pros, and
you're a
of the
pro.
amateurs and stuff. I was the only one that hit one, so ended up getting.
We can post the picture of you with your hole in one picture.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd
But
be a good
pretty
idea.
much all you see is beard.
yeah,
It's like for real.
it's getting beardy.
It's real beardy up in here.
But yeah, I was pretty excited. Those of you who know about disc golf at all, it was 210 feet. It's kind of a tunnel shot. There were trees on both left and right, but it had kind of a decently high ceiling.
I like that
And
you're
if you-
showing us, like,
I know.
That's why I said it was
talk
gonna
with
be
your
hard to
hands.
explain.
You talk with your hands, but it was a right hand, backhand, and it was all the way left to right the whole way
you're
down.
speaking
And stuff.
gibberish to me right
little-
now.
I know, but that's why I said people who know what I'm talking about will understand this.
Jibba jibba jabba.
So it was a left to right, so I put a little Anheuser on it. And
Great.
And it
That
just
sounds like a beer.
So I
Gentle
spun
as
around
a
and
beer.
did the dip-de-doo and
yeah, it was a gentle curve the whole way left to right, and it just hit chain straight in. It was beautiful. Beautiful.
And then what'd you do with the money you won? Did you buy your wife anything?
No, I won that money.
Rude.
I'd like to thank no
Lots
one. I
more
did this
discs?
myself and that money is
I
mine.
have cash still. Exactly. That I used
Wait, you
to-
have
for
cash? What's
drinks
that?
at lunch? I know, right? I never have that. But it was pretty awesome. Felt good.
This is what I say I'm doing when I'm actually out with hookers.
Interesting to be brought
Wow.
into it.
It's fun. All right.
I like disc
I didn't
golf,
say it
but I
wasn't
couldn't
fun.
afford a set.
What?
You couldn't afford a set of fucking frisbees?
No,
Gotta
you
quit
get-
your job, man.
You get. You know, it is a lot cheaper than most sports, considering the distance.
Yeah, because you don't have to buy anything but the discs. But
Yeah,
then you
they
lose
cost,
them in the
like-
fucking pond, and you're like, shit.
That's why you go in
Just-
after them.
Buy a
No.
pint of ice cream and take the lid off and use that. It's fine.
There's leeches in there.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Nobody uses cash anymore. Do you ever get in line at HEB or other supermarkets are available?
Yeah, people
And
don't
you
know
get
what
in
that is.
line and people have like a check. You guys ever see?
Oh
this?
my god, I
They're,
hate
like,
people
paying
that
with-
use
They
checks.
have
They're the
coupons
worst.
and they're writing a check.
I'm okay with
And I'm like,
coupons,
get
but
the fuck.
use a debit card if you're writing
Coupons.
checks. It's the same thing.
Did you notice the difference in the regional dialect?
Why?
How do you say that word?
Coupons.
How do you say it, Grim?
Coupons?
There you go.
He says it with a Q.
Coupons.
Yeah, it's with a
Coupons.
C though.
Yeah.
Coupons.
See, this is an interesting observation.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the Q? There's no Q.
No, my parents say it the same way. Coupons.
It's coupons.
Coupons.
Cowpons.
Quapons.
They're
Here we go.
coupons.
It's
Here we
coupons,
go.
guys.
Yeah, it is coupons. We're all
Cowpons. That's what's out back. Like we're
Cowpons?
in the country. Yeah.
Cow patties. What's happening?
Oh my God. Word
Okay,
association. Go.
Anyway, Jesus Christ. Did anybody else do anything cool this week? I did not.
I was on vacation and did nothing.
That's
Nice.
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 It's a
How long was your vacation, though? Like
It was
a
a
day?
week, but it's cut a day short, which they'll give me a floating day.
Okay.
But
You love floaters.
I do love floater. I don't know when I'll be able to use it. But that's okay.
You got sushi again, though.
Yeah,
Did you?
I get sushi every week. They said see you Sunday. Seriously. So we were paying, and
That's
the
awesome.
manager was like, "We'll see you Sunday," and we were like, "What?" And she's like,
You're like,
"Because
"But
you
I'm
guys
here
normally
today."
come Sunday," and we're like, "Oh, probably not till Tuesday."
It's like Cheers
funny.
when you walk in. They're like, "Hey, Grim."
Yeah, basically. Their faces
No,
light
that's
up though. It's kind of nice.
Oh, that's
That
good.
is nice. I was gonna say that's at that bar you go to though. Your brewery.
What?
You go to a
No,
local brewery. That's what
No.
they do.
no. It's
You
sushi.
No,
I wish I could afford
I'm saying
sushi.
their faces light up when you
No,
go
they
to the
don't.
local brewery.
They don't care about me.
They're all hung over
Sushi's
there. They're
expensive.
mad.
Maybe
It is.
there.
It's not. Yeah, it's all right.
For good sushi, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you always like the specialty rolls that have.
Oh yeah, they're like $14 each,
Oh wow.
Literally.
Yeah.
but they're
Nick,
filling.
did you do anything cool?
No.
Nick, that's like $40 in Canadian.
Nick bought some computer equipment.
Yeah, I did do
you?
that. It hasn't arrived
On
yet.
its way.
but it's coming. It's coming. Gonna get rid of this
We're excited.
shitty stuff like the mic. That is my
I know, he almost rage
the
quit just a minute ago.
bane of
His
my
mic.
existence.
Our pre-recording. When
I
we
wish
were
somebody could have
testing.
seen that.
Yeah, it's so
Just
hard
all of a sudden
to
got
have a
quiet.
secret rage while you're smiling and pretending you're not.
I don't know.
You are the calmest rager I've ever seen. You just get up and walk away. There's no anger on your face.
It was all internal.
We couldn't hear it.
It's the Canadian way.
I think we need a new magic card of secret rage.
All I did is I
Secret
calmly got up, walked outside, punched a lady pushing a stroller, walked back.
Is that why you're mage rage?
Yes.
Oh, did you go and push somebody down like that GIF we just saw of the skeleton?
Oh my
pushing the lady?
That's
I
awesome.
did all kinds of nasty stuff outside in that like minute and a half.
You
I
were
was
only
gone.
gone 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Then he
a
re-
quick one.
And then he
I'm
heard
the
a little mewling from far and ran across to the river and saved a kitten, and he was okay.
I
It
don't.
evens your karma out.
I don't care how
Punch a
mad I
lady.
am. I'll save a kitten all the time.
It evens it out. You punch a lady with a baby, you save a kitten. It evens out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like it does anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, kittens
Luke
are
and
way
I
better
last
than
night,
babies.
last night we watched. Have y'all seen the movie Arrival yet?
No.
It
Oh.
was really good. We don't want to give anything away because it's like kind of surprising and you don't expect it to be what it is. So I don't want to tell too much about it.
Is
What's
this the
main chick's
translator
Amy
lady
Adams.
one?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Amy
that's so
Adams.
good.
Amy
I like
Adams.
that.
It's really good, but it ends up being not what you expect it
Yeah.
to be.
It's got Amy Adams and Hawkeye in it.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
whatever.
She sees dead people.
Jeremy
That's the-
Renner.
That's clearly Hawkeye.
Is that his name?
Jeremy Renner is his name, yes.
Jeremy Renner. So we watched that last night. It was really, really good. Unexpected. I would recommend it, but it wasn't super duper great. It was unexpected, and I liked that I didn't know what was going to happen.
It was definitely slower. You had to kind of pay attention.
It was kind of slow at the beginning, especially. I liked that it made me think. I liked that about it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't rate it super high. I'd give it like a 6.2. Yeah.
That's not bad though.
It was a good concept. I liked the idea. I started out thinking it was going to be like Independence Day, and then it was nothing like that at all.
I think they
freedom
purposely led people to think that. I think that was
Yeah, I
intentional.
think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys want to answer some viewer questions?
Wait, we
Fuck
have
no.
those? We have viewers?
Just
We
kidding.
do. We have several.
Oh,
You ready
good.
for this?
Sure.
Okay. So the first one, mcharms92 asks, if you were suddenly transported to a forgotten realm or any fantasy setting, what would be your class and race?
I feel like we've answered this.
Something similar. I would be a human vampire.
Excuse me?
That's basically two races, pretty much.
Well, no,
Well, it's not
Is
a
that the
class.
Is
It's not your
vampire the
job.
class?
Class is the
vampire
vampire.
could be a class, like think like yeah.
You put in the false teeth?
Like a blood mage, okay? Something like that, you know?
That's fine.
Necromancer.
Well, kind of, but that would be like raising also the dead.
Vampires do
What a
that.
zombie-like.
Yeah, they do.
There you
They
go.
do raise the dead.
We'll call it a necromancer. There you go. Good call. We'll just call it a necromancer. That works.
Okay.
I played the necro beta last
Yeah?
couple weeks.
Speaking of vampires that raise the dead, I started watching The Strain.
Oh, yeah.
And
The what?
I watched the first episode.
The string?
Strain.
Oh, I thought you were just saying string with the
Like a
country
strain of a disease.
The string.
I hate you so much.
And
So, Nick gave me the spoiler that it was vampires, which you find out pretty quickly.
Way
right
to go,
away.
Nick.
you find it
doesn't
out in
matter.
episode
It's
one.
in the first episode.
Yeah, it's in the first episode, like pretty soon into it.
Spoilers.
But I didn't like. They're weird vampires, zombies with like some sort of thing that goes into your body and takes your body over as
strain?
well. So it's like a combo of a
it's
million
parasitic.
different things. Yeah.
So probably more likely what actually they would be like, rather than a mythical
No,
magic.
it goes against all
Sparkle
vampire
Man.
mythology. There's no way. So I'm not super into it. I'm gonna give it a few more episodes and see if I like it. But so far,
I'm still not sure about Legion either. We watched another episode of that.
I'm not getting it.
I don't know how many episodes it takes to really get into it, but they're so vague with everything and so
It's so random. It seems like it's like too much jumping back and forth.
yeah, it is very disorienting. But I don't know. We'll probably give it a couple more and see if it's.
I also watched a few episodes of Scream Queens.
Oh, I like that
No.
one too.
No,
Did you really?
Either.
Oh yeah, I did.
either
I liked it
be-
a lot.
Okay, either be scary and serious or be campy and really funny, and they're trying to be both, and they can't find a good balance, and so they try to be funny, but they're not funny enough to make me actually laugh. And then when they're serious, the kills are not serious enough. So it's like it's stuck in the middle, and it doesn't know what it is.
¿Por qué no los dos?
So that's
No,
the
it
long
doesn't- it
answer to
doesn't
your
work.
question, M Charms.
I'm so sorry. I was just talking. You guys have answered this
Completely
question before.
sidetracked.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if you were transported to another realm,
Like what are
race
the
class
what are the
would
race
you be?
options? Like traditional,
Like dwarves.
I guess
D and
whatever
D
the
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything you want.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys got?
Well, it's funny. I think I didn't talk about it, but I made my like character card somewhat,
Mm-hmm.
and I made is it tiefling?
Mm-hmm.
Tiefling
I'm not
warlock
surprised.
chaotic neutral.
Actually, Tiefling Warlock was exactly what I made
Fuck off.
for my first character.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
you guys are
Literally,
twinsies.
it was. That's hilarious. Man,
They seem
so. If we're
fun.
going D&D style,
Mine was a
Anything.
elf ranger.
it was. Yeah, I'd probably do like a half elf or something. But no, I think maybe just human
Can they
paladin.
grow
I think
beards?
Paladin. Paladins can.
No, elves.
No matter the race, a paladin
No.
can.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. No, I think Paladin, though. It's always been... Because it's like, you can heal and stuff, but you still have badass powers.
You just
of
want that
light
hammer, don't you?
and damage. I do, you know?
If you were a
So-
paladin, I'd vomit every time I come near you, just because that's your power.
Wow.
He's got
Wow.
protection from
Why would
evil
he-
all the time.
That's right.
Hey, Luke, how's it going?
Is there such a thing as a dark paladin?
Expunge
Yes.
the evil from Nick.
Or a neutral paladin? I think I'd be that.
I'm in your
I can't
party,
remember
but
if
I'm
I
50
picked-
paces back.
I can't remember if I picked chaotic good or chaotic neutral.
Probably neither. Because chaotic means you're more random. You were probably either lawful.
Definitely was not. I was chaotic, whatever I was.
I don't know. We have to look at your character sheet. Chris would know.
I like everything's digital now. You can just throw it.
My character
Wherever.
sheet's on my computer.
Yeah, exactly. Nick, what about you?
Human, mage, evil.
Yeah.
Wow. That's it.
It's all I've
I'm
ever
pretty sure
played.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's actually who you are. So
Yeah, except for the
All I
mage
know.
part. That's all
No,
I
you're-
know.
You're definitely.
Well, that's why it's fantasy. I fantasize about being horrible.
There you go.
It's
Punching.
like that pent up Canadian rage.
Yeah.
The secret rage.
Oh, I have a good story about Canada later that
Okay.
I learned this week. Remind me to tell you guys that.
Okay. The next question is a really good one. You guys will like this. Henyatta 1989,
Hinata.
who we've talked to.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
familiar.
And there's no
We've talked
Inye
to,
over
we've
the
talked to
in.
this person before. What is the definitive animated film or series someone should definitely watch according to you? Does not have to be anime. I thought about it long and hard, and my decision, definitive, final decision, is Big Hero 6.
Oh, movie or
Movie or series.
Mm.
And I went with movie because I don't really watch animated series. I don't watch any series. So Big Hero 6.
I've got
Grim?
one.
I'm
It is
excited.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
Oh.
good one.
Interesting choice for you. I
What?
wouldn't have
Second place
expected
is
that.
How to Train
I
Your
like,
Dragon.
I like dragons.
Big Hero 6 was better.
Toothless.
That's basically my
Man.
cat.
I don't know.
Basically, my cat.
Nick, what do you got?
Spirited Away. That's my all-time favorite
I don't know that.
by Miyazaki.
Totally anime.
Yeah, it is.
Totally.
What about you?
Man.
Like that accent, by the way.
I kind of want to say Rick and Morty because we just watched it, but I don't think
That's not the best ever.
Yeah, it's,
Nick's
it's
like,
also
crap.
only
No,
It's
I
only
wouldn't have
2
chose that,
seasons
but
in,
he's
though.
he's right. It's very good.
I did like it. I watched it because you guys told me to, and Luke was very happy that I decided to watch it. So we finished
Did
season 1
it
and 2.
bother you?
I almost cried. No, I just got over his mouthy weirdness eventually and just stopped looking
Did
at
you do
it.
the post-it note on the TV like I suggested?
No, because he moves around too much. He moves around
You
too
just
much.
moving
Can't-
it around the whole
can't
time.
Keep up with this fucking ass.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub.
Yeah, but the end of season 2, I almost cried.
Is it when that
Did you?
song comes
Yeah.
on?
Hey, no,
that
spoilers.
song was.
What's funny? Okay, so funny thing about that song,
I thought, okay,
Oh,
I liked
man.
the cover of it, but I thought it was a cover of a Johnny Cash song, which apparently it's not. Johnny Cash covered 9 Inch Nails, who originally did the song,
right?
which I did not know.
Yeah, but the song, I don't know what version. It definitely wasn't the Johnny Cash version.
No, it was
It didn't
good,
sound
though.
like the 9 Inch Nails version either.
No,
So
it
it sounded like a
didn't.
different
It was
version
a
of it.
random
But
person.
it was "Hurt." If you know, it's a good song.
Really
But-
good song.
But yeah, that was really funny that she's
I
like,
thought it was Johnny
she's
Cash.
like, I hate the original. I'm like, the 9 Inch Nails one. Man, that's a really hard question because a single movie.
Or a series. You watch
Yeah.
a lot of animated stuff.
Adventure Time's actually really fucking good.
I hate
I
it.
know.
I've never
You
seen
didn't
that,
give
and
it
I
a
think I
chance.
should.
You really
hate it.
should because it's the first season or 2 is kind of kiddie, but there's definitely not child humor.
I don't think it's kiddie at all. I think it just makes no sense. Like, you
It's-
have to be stoned out of your mind to understand Adventure Time.
Not
I
really.
prefer
I mean,
acid.
it actually has a cohesive story throughout the whole series. But it's good. The first couple seasons, Finn is really whiny, but
Who isn't?
Jake is basically Bender as a dog.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
It's the
surprised
same-
you didn't. Speaking of Bender, I'm surprised you didn't pick Futurama. You love that show.
That was good,
Oh,
but
I really like that one. I like that better than the ones who didn't get canceled.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's so many good series.
I didn't really like Futurama. I know. I'm not a big animated of anything fan.
Yeah.
This
Except
episode
Big
ends
Hero
in
6.
divorce.
The animated series.
Divorce, the animated series.
Oh man. So yeah, I think I'd probably go with Adventure Time because it's just a lot more to it too, and they've really fleshed out a lot of the stories with it.
Okay.
Good question.
Next
More
question.
blub dub dub. Let's move on, bitches.
Next question. Kyle says, how do you get comfortable recording yourselves? It sounds like you're just talking to each other. When I try to sound like that, it sounds like I'm reading a script, even if I'm not. So I want to learn how to do things more like you guys and sound more natural. What are your tips? The biggest tip I can give you, don't practice. Wing it. Because that'll make it sound more natural whenever you're just
Well,
talking.
okay, no, let me clarify. Don't practice like a specific.
We'll have your
Script.
setup ready to go, but I'm saying don't practice what you're going to say.
No, that's what. Yeah, but you definitely should practice talking, like with the people that you're interacting with. Like, I mean, we've talked to each other for a while now.
The first few
Have we?
episodes, Grim was super quiet till
Yeah.
he got used to it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you definitely want to practice in the sense of do it more, but don't. Like, I mean, if you have a script, you probably want to practice it. But if you just want to actually be conversational and talk to people, then
Well, and I think it also helps that the four of us are actually friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's
so
four
it's
of
easier
us.
for us to talk to each. Yeah, and it's easier for us to talk to each other because we just talk to each other all the time.
I don't have
Yeah.
any friends. I don't know you people.
He's a
Who are
kidnappee.
you?
Who are you?
Also, one little tip that we started to do to help us with timing, because we were talking over each other a lot, and we still do, but we started doing this nice little Uvu call.
so
Skype,
we can see each other.
Uvu, whatever. Uvu's better, I think, but it's so yeah, you can actually see each other and interact, and it's like you're talking with people face to face more than over the internet.
I
You
just
can
like
read
his
facial
ode
cues.
to Oogle Grim. That's what I like
Fuck
it for.
off.
You said
Oogling.
oogle?
Yeah.
Oogling and
Oogle.
ogling.
It's called
Oogle.
ogling.
No. It's
Oh,
Oogle.
man.
Here we go.
More
Ogling.
More regional dialect. Here we go.
Damn it. It's ogling.
There's
Now I think of that
Oogles.
that creep song, Lonely Island,
Please
because she
don't.
says both.
Do the creep. Ah.
When Nicki Minaj sings
She says
it.
oogling and ogling?
Yeah, she says literally that. She
Weird.
says they were looking at me, oogling and ogling.
Creepy.
Maybe they mean
Wonder if
two
it's
different things.
words. I know. That's
Damn
All
what
right,
I
it.
Grim,
wondered.
you Google it.
No.
Go.
No, we don't. Yeah, we'll look it up later.
Okay.
Too much work.
Okay.
What about you guys? You have any tips?
Yeah.
Don't think about what you're going to say ever. Don't plan anything and just speak whatever comes into your head.
Don't listen to Nick.
Don't listen to Nick. Good advice.
Uh,
I don't know. It depends on how many people there are, too. Like, if it's just you and another person, it's going to feel kind of scripty.
Yeah.
Like, I guess with two people, you would want to kind of make it like a debate in a way.
I guess you'd kind of
yeah,
have to.
I mean,
Because
Depending on
otherwise,
the
you're just going to
formats.
sit there and agree or disagree on the same things constantly. And it's just going to be
That's
like,
true.
like three. I feel
I
like
think
three people's comfortable.
3 or more. Yeah.
exactly right. 3 or 4, I think, is
We
good.
count as one person, Luke.
That's. Wait, guys.
Our souls are
Do
connected.
you use the same toothbrush?
Ew,
No.
no.
I was going to say, you better fucking not. That's gross.
We're not Lily. We're not Lily and Marshall.
Gross. That's gross.
And then apparently Ted used the same one. Gross.
They all did. All of them did.
If someone even
Yeah,
asked
they
me
all
that,
thought-
if someone even
all
asked me
thought it was
that, I'd
their
change the locks. Like, I don't want that kind of element near me.
Could I use your toothbrush? You're out, bitch.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you can keep
Yeah.
it too. I'm gonna go buy a new one.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Oh,
can
how
you go
many
check the
F-bombs have we
mail?
dropped?
And then they don't ever make it back.
I know. So last week, you guys had talked about dropping F-bombs.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wub wub.
wub wub, yeah, exactly. And I think it's more content than language. I think it's a combination of it from what I've kind of
But-
gathered. That it might have been because you kidnapped us.
Were we
kidnapping and plotting to
Preparing
murder
to
us.
bang.
Because
Yeah.
wait,
No, that one didn't get banned.
good, because that's my favorite slogan ever.
It was the one where he was like collecting info on us about how to murder us. Probably.
No, I think it was the first time he took over,
Oh,
like episode 15,
I don't know.
where he
then.
locked us in the basement.
Oh yeah.
He was just asking us questions, though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but we were locked in
But
the
that's-
basement.
That was the one that got popped, though. So.
It's good to know
I
that
don't
they
think
take
it's-
away money because they think it's real, but they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, like
No.
they didn't report us.
It's just
Or
not
did they?
advertiser friendly, air
Yeah,
quotes.
I suppose.
We're on a list.
Or as British call it, inverted commas.
Inverted commas.
Excuse me?
It's weird.
Do we have any more tips?
Instead of air quotes or quotations, they
They say inverted commas.
But they're floating. They're not at the
That's
bottom.
just what they say. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
they're
what they
inverted.
say.
They're upside down.
You're inverted.
What are you even doing? Can you stop?
Anyway,
Nobody knew that I was doing anything.
what was he doing? What were you doing?
He had his beer glass like up to his nose. Were you smelling the beer?
No, I was getting ready to drink.
You gotta
So,
smell
what's
the
wrong with-
bouquet of the beer.
What's wrong with smelling the beer? That's something you do.
Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch.
He dropped the lime in
Again?
without squeezing it first.
Hang on.
Is that dirty
This is
floor line?
Great radio, you guys.
It probably is.
Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Cat,
I got it.
cat hair all over it.
So, other tips to give people is don't do what Luke's doing right now, where everything you're talking about nobody can see.
Yeah, if you're doing a radio podcast or audio podcast, I should say.
But see, with this quality program, we don't really give a shit, so we're just gonna leave it in.
People love this kind of thing.
Hey,
Yeah,
this
people
is a great
seem to
segue.
like it.
Speaking of great audio, recordings and shows, you want me to go ahead and talk about that?
That
real
was a
quick?
hell of a segue. Go ahead.
We've already used that title. You can't
I know.
use that again.
I'm just saying.
So I've been listening to a couple of new podcasts, and one of them. What are you doing over there?
You just keep going. I'm trying to get
Drinking?
drinks.
Everybody
There's
can hear
ice.
that. Everybody.
Ice is stuck in my drink. Hold on.
Jesus, this is going off
Just-
the rail. Oh.
There we go. I got it.
Damn it, Amanda.
I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
So I started listening to a podcast called Our Fake History.
Hour.
Hour.
So it's not real.
Hour.
Well, okay. So what it is, the whole point of the show. Can you hear me pouring my beer? Is
It's like myths, like Greek myths and stuff explored and
it's kind of like MythBusters, but for
history.
history. Yeah. So the guy takes a subject and goes into kind of the myths of it, and then explores, what kind of evidence there is to support or debunk it, and comes to a conclusion. Kind of. So a lot of them are single episodes, but there's a lot of 2 and 3 part ones also if they're longer. And yes, Amanda.
I was going to say, for the guy that asked us for tips, if you're going to do a podcast by yourself and you feel like you read like you're scripted, then do something similar to Our Fake History, because he does write it out and just reads it like a story, like he's telling a story. So if you feel like that would be better for you, then go with that format.
Yeah, he's actually an educator as well.
So that's a good one to listen to kind of get an idea if that's what you want to do for
That
that.
is a good point. Yeah, he's a history teacher in Toronto, I believe. And,
Toronto.
They're Canadians.
It's Toronto.
And, he's very, very good. Toronto. Is that what you call it up there?
People from there, I think they say it out like Toronto. But if you're not from there, no. If you're from there, you say Toronto. And if you're not from there, you say Toronto.
Toronto.
Well, I am not from there, so he is from Toronto. It's a weird word now. Toronto.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
sounds weird even to me now.
I know. Sidetrack, but he does a very good job. He prepares well. He speaks well. He is a teacher, so he presents it in a way that you kind of learn it, but it's also very entertaining and informative. And I was telling Amanda the other day, he did a story recently. The last episode was about P.T. Barnum from Barnum and Bailey Circus fame, but his whole life he was they called him the Prince of Humbugs. And apparently a humbug, I'm sure you're familiar with the term bah humbug from the Christmas Story, but a humbug is basically a kind of like
You've been bamboozled.
like a scheme. Yeah. Like, like a Matchstick Men thing, or, somebody's running a scam, but he always defended them by saying it was entertainment and that people got their money's worth, so they didn't feel ripped off, when he would do stuff.
It's a
like,
circus.
There was one point where he had a museum of like kind of oddities and weird things, and he brought a mermaid there one time, quote unquote, which was a monkey sewn to a fish that was traveling around the world.
Was this that Fiji mermaid?
Yes, it was. It was the Fiji mermaid.
Oh, God.
And so that was one of the things, and he actually got his lawyer to pretend to be a doctor and travel around the U.S. with it, and that he built it up like he was really trying to bring it in to his museum, and he finally got a hold of the guy and brought it in. So he built up a lot of hype around it, and people came in and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" So that was just kind of one story, but there was one story that was really interesting about Jumbo the elephant. When he first started,
Not Dumbo.
Jumbo,
Jumbo.
who is the most famous elephant in the world. And it was after he started the circus later in life. And somebody had talked, I don't even remember how it came up, but we started talking about it, about tripping, how Dumbo was tripping in the movie. And I was like, funny story about how Jumbo died. And it was in St. Thomas, Canada. And they have it used to be like the big railway depot for Canada. Like all freight trains came through St. Thomas. And they had stopped there. They weren't actually like performing there or anything, but they had stopped there on the way, to change trains or change tracks or whatever and go on. And so they had some time and they were letting the animals out to,
you got to stretch the old legs.
Exactly. They were letting the animals out to roam and get some exercise. And apparently an unscheduled freight train started coming and they were like freaking out. Like, oh my God, we got to get them off of here. And so they're running the animals back. I don't know if you've seen an elephant run. They're not graceful.
Not known for their grace.
Do they trip?
No. And yeah, running through a rail yard with,
a huge elephant
with the actual railroad tracks sticking up. And apparently what happened is he tripped, fell on his face, and his tusk went into his brain and killed him.
Oh, no.
I thought you were going to say
is
the train
brutal.
hit him. That was a misdirect.
And then the train hit him.
Oh, shit.
That poor fucking thing.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a kid-friendly story apparently that there was a baby elephant on the tracks and Jumbo heroically went and knocked the baby out of the way and the train hit him.
Can you imagine working the railway and they're like, hey, so we know you're the janitor here and all.
No, so the best part about the story is P.T. Barnum after this actually got taxidermists to come up, salvage the hide of it.
Wow.
And stretch it over a wood frame and then reconstruct the skeleton separately. And he displayed the skeleton and the stuffed hide of Jumbo as two Jumbos as an attraction after that.
That guy makes lemonade
Gross.
out of life's lemons.
That's
Gross.
that is pretty much the gist of it. But anyway, stories like that are kind of the stuff you get on that podcast. It's a really cool podcast, so check it out. It's got like 45 episodes or something like that, I think. Now.
Wow.
But, like the latest one was about Billy the Kid, and it was a two-parter.
I went to Billy the Kid's grave when I was
Did
little.
you?
Yeah.
You know all about him?
Nope.
You should listen to that show.
Okay. I just remember going on a vacation.
Yeah.
And we drove
there
through
it
there and we
is.
saw his tombstone.
Yeah. Now, I typically don't like plug other stuff that much.
I don't really
but-
like history, so.
And that's why I was kind of
No,
the
but
same
that
way.
kind
But
of
it's
thing
super
is
interesting the way.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
and that's what it
really.
is. It's all about like these myths,
I
and
don't really care.
and it goes all the way back. Like he talks about stuff like Rasputin, and he talks about
I liked the ones where he was talking about the Greek mythology and
Yeah,
stuff. I do like Greek
that kind of stuff.
mythology. So that one was interesting.
very cool show. So check
It's
that
a
out.
cool idea. It's a different idea.
Speaking of...
His name is Sebastian Major. How cool of a name is that?
Oh, that is a
really
cool name. Have you guys seen American Gods?
No, it's on Stars, right?
Yep.
I heard it was good.
I like that look. Yeah, I do want to check it out.
It's definitely where I saw it.
Don't listen to Nick.
What just happened?
Nothing. Nick kind of he watched it on Stars. Okay,
I
Let's
totally
move on.
watched it on Stars.
On a channel that you pay for? Is that
I
what this-
paid for that
Okay.
channel,
Sure.
Stars,
I understand.
and
now.
legitimately
I didn't
watched
get the joke. I
their
just
show.
legitimately thought that you did.
Damn it, Amanda.
I'm sorry.
Now, Nick, a question. Did you actually read American Gods?
I did not. I did not read it. I had never even heard about it until recently. So
Really?
yeah, I
I'd
think it's
heard
going to be
about
really
it, but-
amazing.
I've heard it.
I
It
want to
looks really
start The Handmaid's Tale.
good. On Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be really good and everything else that I try just sucks.
Cool story.
Wow.
Did people read that in school, like The Handmaid's Tale? I don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it before.
Hmm.
I think it's a new book. I don't think it's an older thing.
What happened to The Path? Didn't you watch that?
Yeah, it's still going. I kind of trailed off. I got bored of it. It was pretty much the same. Like
Remember
every
you really
episode.
hyped about it and you like tweeted
I
at him.
loved it for a while.
Mhm.
And then it got too samesies. It's too samesies.
That's like
I
everyone
noticed
and
there's
The
like some
Walking
magic
Dead.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate The Walking Dead now.
Yeah, me too.
Grim,
have-
do you
we
have anything to add?
No, I don't add.
Why do you always
anything.
interrupt me?
Well, because you keep interrupting when it looks like Grim's
I'm
gonna
not going to talk about anything. I'm just laughing at Nick's what bird.
Why are you looking at that
Oh,
again?
behind me on the
Oh.
monitor, the what bird.
Sorry.
I didn't even notice.
We'll
Oh,
post that
God.
on our website so you guys can see Nick's what bird.
As long
That's
as
my
I'm
most
okay
used
with that.
icon. Oh, I'm cool with
He
it.
doesn't get a choice now.
That's my otherkin
So-
self, so.
Oh, God.
What the hell is a CoGPod? What? I don't even know what that is. Stupid CoGPod.
We have one more question.
Okay.
It's from Lazarich. So, and we're posting a link to my answers. So he wants to know 3 food items that you'll never eat again and why. So we're going to post a link to why don't ever, ever, ever eat gummy bears, gummy worms, anything gummy.
It's too late.
Do not do it.
I'm doing it.
Watch the video and you'll understand.
Doing it live.
Don't eat
I'm
them.
doing it. I know what they're made of.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Gelatin?
And?
What do you mean and?
What's gelatin made of?
Animal?
What part of the animal?
Marrow?
Hooves.
And?
Just everything that's boiled down?
Yeah, and the video shows how they make it.
You didn't know that?
And it's
Bird
disturbing.
dicks?
It's
Bird-
really
That's
gross.
Whoa.
if you ever want to mess with a vegan who thinks that they are
Okay, eating gelatin?
Show them that video.
no, you just give them gummy worms and
Yeah.
make them eat them.
Oh, it's
I
disgusting.
bet they
So
eat
I
them
won't
all
eat
the
those
time.
again.
You
There's
didn't
no
know
way.
that collagen
Eh,
and all that, and gelatin came from animal?
Number 2.
I knew it. I eat them all the time.
I will never eat black licorice.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Oh, I don't like
Yeah.
the taste.
And on a similar note, candy corn. The problem is these things all just taste like wax.
Oh, I've got my 3
I won't
things.
say no. Black
Oh,
licorice.
thank you,
Black
Amanda.
licorice doesn't. But
You're welcome.
wax is the candy corn is just waxy
Why
sugar.
do they even make that? It's disgusting.
Does anybody like it? That's what I thought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Grim, what were your
Yeah,
3?
thank you, because I'll forget. So, the third one was Peeps. I fucking hate Peeps. They're so disgusting.
It's just
Weird.
sugar.
Yeah, it's just sugar and nasty marshmallow and sugar. And,
It's also got some hooves in it, I believe.
probably.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
some
It
jello
is
in
kind
there.
of springy.
Microwave it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make some jello.
Ugh.
So now this is gonna get real weird. Baby octopus.
No, I thought you were just gonna say babies.
No, not
Is
baby.
that calamari?
No, it's
Calamari?
it's-
No, taco.
Yeah, taco. Baby tacos. If you ever see baby tacos,
Tako.
not to be confused with takoyaki, which is delicious.
No, taco is the Japanese name for octopus.
Yes.
What's the other word you said? Takoyaki?
Takoyaki.
Yeah, takoyaki.
What is that?
That is
I don't know.
that's octopus balls,
Yeah, just
not
their
like
balls.
actual balls. It's just
So you'll eat that, but you
Yeah.
won't eat the baby.
no.
No,
'cause
he's
the,
talking about they're
the
like-
babies are whole. It's like a whole baby octopus, and then by itself, I'll eat it in like a roll, but I cannot eat a soft shell
Oh, you
crab
mean
ever
like-
again.
Oh, what?
Soft shell
You are
crab,
crazy.
Like
like
They're
Like
they're
prepared deep
delicious.
fried?
Yeah, you just order
on a po' boy.
no, just like I'll eat it with something else. But if you order it like plain at a Japanese place, it just comes out like as an appetizer.
Oh man, I'd eat
that's
that.
weird.
It's
I'd eat
weird.
it.
It's
I'd eat that
just
in
a
a
weird
heartbeat.
texture, like because it's.
It's not fried though, is it?
I don't remember because I never
they
ordered
steam
it
it or
again
something?
because I did not like it.
They probably
Did,
steam
did
it.
you faint?
Weird.
No, I've only fainted twice, and that's on 2 of my tattoos.
You're a
And
wimp.
it didn't hurt. My body's like, no, done.
Shut
But
down.
yeah, so it's just I don't know, texture, man.
Ooh, I have the similar issue with tapioca.
Oh
It's got
yeah,
that weird like
got
there's
tapioca
stuff
balls.
in
Yeah,
the
they're
pudding.
balls.
Like that's gross.
That's
Ugh.
tapioca.
Blech.
That's what it is.
Blech.
It's good.
It's like baby vomit. It's
Although-
like it's been eaten already and then thrown back up.
Although
it's
the
hard
issue I
to
have
digest.
is like most tapioca is basically just vanilla pudding with little balls in it. Like
Gross.
it's what it tastes like is just vanilla. Pretty much.
The texture's weird. What are your 3?
Nick,
Why you keep skipping you, Luke? You don't have 3?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Okay.
Well, I know one of mine is Marmite.
Oh,
I've never had
I
it.
agree with
never
you there.
had
It's
it.
disgusting.
I've heard.
I
I've had
had
it.
to run to get outside to vomit after I had that, and I did vomit.
I didn't have that extreme reaction, but it was pretty gross.
Now, what is the comparison between Marmite and Vegemite?
It's very
Do you know?
similar.
I have
Because
no
you know
idea.
what's funny is Vegemite, I believe, is made with brewer's yeast, which is what we put on our popcorn.
I actually think I had Vegemite, not Marmite, and it was really gross.
I've heard it's very like umami, like kind of just
but I like umami.
It tastes like
unique.
rot.
I need to try it.
Like, have you
What,
ever
Nick?
accidentally eaten something that had rotted?
Ew.
Yes.
No, maybe.
Well, that's what
Then
it
you
tastes
spit
like.
it out
Sometimes
instantly?
Vegemite tastes like.
Oh, you know the worst is when you get
Can't spit out
sunflower
Vegemite, though.
seeds. You get sunflower seeds and you get that one rotten one.
the burnt one.
No, it's like rotten inside, and you can taste. And it's like
Wait,
sour and bitter.
that reminds
That's like Grimm's soul.
reminds me of I bought some peanut M&Ms the other day when I was riding with one of my
Oh,
new
no.
coworkers, and one of them had like that nasty peanut in it, and it was like burnt and rotting tasting, and it just was stuck in
little
my mouth.
That's what it is.
shriveled nut.
It was gross.
Yeah, like
He was like, that was probably
So-
stuck in the machine, and it finally got dislodged and coated, and now you're eating it. I was like, thanks.
Ugh.
yep.
I was thinking, I'm trying to remember because I had Vegemite when I was about 9 one time, like on an English muffin, and then never again. I vaguely remember it tasting like a meaty version of a flavored jelly. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like meat and jelly that's mixed
We're
together.
gonna get some and try it. I'm gonna get some and try it.
Please try it on a live show if we ever do it
Or
again.
I
in a
will
video.
because okay.
I mean, I'll eat it. I'll eat it.
From what I've read, like I said, I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but it sounds like it would be kind of like the brewer's yeast stuff we use.
No, it's a
Like
jelly.
that flavor.
Vegemite's
I know,
a
but
jelly.
I'm talking about the flavor of it.
Maybe,
because
yeah, but
I-
worse.
I think that's what they
What
use.
if you like it now?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. I used to hate blue cheese.
Blue cheese is good. What are your other 2, Nick? We got distracted.
I'm sort of focused on Marmite now. I'm feeling a little queasy.
You're like, ugh.
Is it that chip that you ate?
I just had a little tiny speck, like a little tiny, like the size of an octopus balls. I guess my
Tapioca
other one
ball
would
size.
be pineapple, which I actually like the
What?
taste of, but I get very sick.
Are you allergic?
Oh no!
Oh,
I don't know. It's weird.
weird.
Other than that, I don't really think there's anything
I
that
have
I
a
won't
third.
eat, which you can judge by my
When
size.
we're done with Luke again. By third, I mean fourth.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Luke's deep in thought. Go ahead.
So, if you've ever ordered sushi and they have the fish roe, you can get the salmon roe, which is the eggs, and it's just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just in a thing of seaweed, and they pop in your mouth. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that though.
I don't like it. See, my friend
I mean-
made me try one once, and I was struggling to get through just one like piece of it, which is
That's
like
like
a bunch
ending
of
all
them.
I
kinds
would
of lives.
There's so many.
I would try almost anything, but That doesn't mean that I would like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's basically
I'm very open-minded.
It's salmon caviar, is what it is.
It's just they're large. I like regular caviar.
Yeah,
I've
that's
had that.
That's the difference.
I've never had caviar.
Yeah. Well, caviar is typically. Oh shit.
Sturgeon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, thank you. I know it's a flatfish. I'm trying to remember.
Flatfish. What are they?
They're very flat.
They're weird.
Luke, what are the 3 things
They
that
have
you
both
don't
eyes on
ever
the
want
same
to eat
side of
again?
their body. Jaeger, does that count?
Yes.
Oh,
Why? What's
really
wrong with
gross.
Jaeger?
Jaeger's
It's black
disgusting.
licorice.
It's yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's disgusting.
Basically black licorice.
that's the only way
it,
I'll
yeah.
take my black licorice, actually.
It's
There's
Jaeger.
liquid form.
Yep.
Man, I'm not.
You don't like fish,
I
really?
do. I just don't like prefer if I have an option. I mean, I'll eat it if it's the only
It
option.
doesn't like disturb him.
Oh.
I don't like.
whatever.
I don't like fatty fish like salmon.
You don't like fatty tuna?
I like whitefish. I like. Yeah, I do like tuna, but it has to be cooked a certain way. Like I can either do tuna salad or like
Ahi.
tuna in a roll, like a sushi roll or something like that. Or I guess I do like tuna because also like if I do like an ahi app, where
Yep.
it's seared and then sliced thin.
You just don't like salmon, then, is basically
Basically,
what you're saying.
yeah.
You just don't like salmon. It's too oily for you or something.
Yeah, it's just really strong fish flavor.
You don't. Okay.
Luke is now adverse to cheeses, unfortunately.
Cheese?
He loves
I-
cheese, but
Gouda.
No,
he's lactose intolerant.
as I've gotten older, I've become more lactose
That's
intolerant.
depressing.
I used
I'm
to not be
sorry.
at all.
It is real
It's-
depressing.
It's like
It
the
won't
saddest thing in
stop
the
you.
world.
It won't stop you.
No,
I
I've
guarantee it.
I've just been doing lactate.
You just take the pills and eat it anyway.
Yeah, so that's not true at all.
I just
I
eat a
know,
block
it's
of
just-
cheese and then lay on the floor
I'm
and
now
cry.
depressed though. Thanks, Amanda.
It is the hard cheese. It's like a cheddar. If I eat cheddar later in the day than like 2 p.m., even if I take the pills, I'm so
I actually just had like Havarti for the first time.
it's horrible.
Am I saying that right?
It's so bad.
Havarti, yes.
okay.
Yeah, I don't really have because I'm kind of experimental when it comes to food, so
Yeah,
I
me too.
try a lot of stuff.
You did help me figure out my third one, though. It's a type
What's
of
that?
fish called basa.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of that?
Is it a whitefish?
No.
Yeah, it's a white fish. I bought it and thawed it out, and before I cooked it, luckily, I sort of pulled it apart a little, completely riddled with worms.
Excuse me.
Oh!
Worms. It had
Is that
loads
supposed
and
to be
loads
in
of
there?
worms. I assume it's a kind like catfish is the same way.
Really?
It can but any bottom feeders I think can
Yeah. But I
issues.
pulled apart like 5 fillets and they were all the same, so I'm never eating basa again.
be gross.
But
I guess you had a bad luck there.
Yeah,
Thanks, Nick.
you're welcome.
you know what I don't like is hazelnuts or Nutella.
What?
They're the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like hazelnut, the flavor of
That's
hazelnut.
insane.
You don't like
Love it.
chocolate?
That's basically
I know.
super
Literally.
chocolate.
I know.
Yeah, I don't care about hazelnuts,
And
the
it's
nut,
super
but
bad
the
for
flavor
you.
itself, I love it. Oh, God.
That's what's good about
Like-
it. It's horrible for you.
Okay, Nick, since you do like hazelnut, have you ever had
Yes.
Frangelico? Oh, yeah.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Frangelico is... Oh, I thought you were answering yes that you had.
No, sorry.
Frangelico is a hazelnut liqueur, and it's, I think, like 40 proof.
This sounds dangerous for me.
I'd drink the
Oh,
shit
man.
out of that.
You would.
I used to get it as a dessert at a restaurant, just like a double on the rocks, and just kind of let it melt a little bit, and just
to get it
sip on
watered,
that.
so-
That
Oh,
sounds
God.
fantastic. I'll be right back, guys.
It is so. If you go to the liquor store, I don't know if they have it up there, but if you go to the liquor store, it looks like an Aunt Jemima bottle.
it does.
It's
Really?
it's awesome.
So you
But
just
yeah,
pour it
Frangelico
over
is-
your food.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you just drink it. You sip it.
make a syrup out of it, put it over
It's
ice
already
cream.
a
Pour it all
spoon.
over your
What's up? Yeah.
We had a follow-up question about food.
Oh, did we?
Oh, good. I love
Yeah,
that.
so whenever I posted the question to ask for questions this week, I used a GIF that was "Ask me about my wiener" from Accepted. You remember when he's in the suit?
That's Jonah Hill.
And so Lazarus wanted all of you guys to answer, "What's up
I
with your
think
wiener?"
he wanted all 4 of us to answer.
I don't have one, so I
okay,
have no
okay, all right.
answer.
Thank you.
I mean, it does its job.
I don't know really what to say about it, to be honest.
I know.
It's a wiener.
Ask
Just
Ask me
saying.
about my winner.
It's curly like a pig's tail.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Luke's over here like spit taking.
I specifically waited till he got that.
That's right.
That's an awkward
Hung like a
question.
tuna can.
Like, what's an
like a
example of
what?
an answer to
A
this?
tuna can.
I don't know what that means.
You know, it's 2 inches long, but it's like 4 inches wide.
that's not even remotely true.
It's a brick.
That's not even remotely true.
yeah.
Also,
It's a Pringles can.
So what
No,
would be
it's
an
not.
example of a good answer to this question? Like, I'm not sure
I
what
don't-
we're
good
supposed
answer.
to be
You want to
saying.
hear a female's
I don't think there is a good
response
answer.
of a good answer?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, about
Oh God, you're being actual.
I'm being actual. About
Jesus Christ.
4 inches around
Is
What?
and full, not all the way around
Circumference.
not diameter, and then about 6 inches at full
What's a
erection.
comparable to 2 inches
a
around?
forearm?
Like
Well, I thought you said 4
Like,
inches around.
4 inches around. Yeah.
That's like a
Holy
beer
moly.
can. Holy
that you're-
crap,
that you're
Amanda.
holding up.
No, it's not. It's 4 inches.
There's a beer can right over there. Hold your hand like that. You can slide it right in.
It's like a hot dog in a
That's
hallway.
way bigger. That is way bigger. That is not even true.
I'm not ashamed to admit I got nothing to talk to you about.
Oh my God. I think more
I'm
like
just
a.
trying to give you an accurate.
I think more like
And
a.
this is where the whole
like a-
friends thing
like a-
comes into play.
Oh, you're
like a-
right. Like a paper towel, the center
Oh
of a
yeah,
paper
or a
towel
toilet
roll.
paper roll, right?
God,
Yeah.
the
Like, you
center,
basically
not the
take a
whole-
horse's dick and cut it.
God damn it, Nick.
That's not what I said. That's not at all what I said. Oh my God, you guys.
So back to the Pringles can we were talking about.
Oh, that's way too much. The answer would be no, thank
Oh
you,
my
sir.
God.
Hey, my
Keep it
dick.
in your pants.
My dick's 12 inches around.
Oh, round. Was that Stifler?
Yeah.
My name's Steve Stifler, and I have an 11-inch penis.
You have to use both
Around.
hands like this.
Christ, Amanda.
You gotta carry it like a ladder under your.
This is how we get a non-advertiser friendly for monetization.
This isn't going to be
This is it.
entirely my fault
I was
this time.
being scientific and giving you exact measurements of what
I don't
a
think-
woman thinks is
I
appropriate.
don't think your measurements are proper.
4 inches around. That's
All right.
That's
interesting.
not that
A
big.
soda can.
I mean, it's hard to visualize
In
circumference.
it's
You
not
should do
that-
diameter. That's
Diameter,
easier.
2 inches.
He's mathing.
That seems.
So yeah, no, that's right.
I think that's like an inch and a half that you're showing with
Okay,
your fingers
okay.
right there.
About like an inch and a half to
Don't
2
get
inches.
discouraged, guys. I don't think Amanda just knows numbers.
Man, it's just
Don't
Jesus.
be discouraged.
You're discouraging Luke.
They're like,
He's,
I have high
he's looking
standards.
down
Yeah.
like, oh.
He's
oh
like,
my God.
Anyway, guys.
Hey,
Thanks,
hey.
Lazarus, you fucker.
guess what, you guys?
Yeah.
For the first time, all 4 of us saw the same movie, and all 4 of us are going to get to rate it.
Are we?
Yay!
Yeah.
Everybody saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And so
That's
we're going
right.
to go around and you're going to say what you liked best about it or what you didn't like and your rating. We're going to start with Grim.
I had a part that I didn't like, and it was the thing.
Okay.
And I can't talk about it.
It would be a
Yeah,
spoiler.
it would be a definite spoiler. But
Okay, but there was something that you
it's
didn't
a
like.
major
Can you
thing.
talk? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I kind of.
I think I know what you're
too,
going to say
yeah.
as well, because that's the thing that I didn't like.
So we can't spoil it though. So go ahead.
So I have a way to explain
No.
what he's trying to say without spoiling
No.
anything.
Are
I
you
do. I
sure?
do.
Well, let him go
I do.
first, and then
Okay.
am I rating it?
Yeah. 8 stars. What's your rating?
You're telling me I'm rating it 8 stars?
No, out of 8
I'll give
stars.
it-
you
I'm
did.
telling you, you're rating it 8 stars,
Oh,
or else.
I'm giving it a 7 out of 8. Just
You
because
bitch.
of that one flaw.
I will explain the flaw without
I
giving
don't believe you.
spoilers.
We'll see.
Are you ready
Are you
We're
for
gonna
sure?
bleep her
Yes,
out the
I
whole
am.
time.
all right, good. I know.
If you have to bleep me, we'll go back and bleep me. But basically,
Okay, what do you think?
there is
Oh,
there is a main character in the story that is a center part of the story. Okay? And the issue with the way they did the character was it was over CG
Over the top.
to the point of way over the top, unrealistic,
Well,
Yeah.
and distracting.
well, for what it is, but it's okay that it's that over the top for what it is.
I thought
But
it was
it's
too
still,
over the top. I thought that
I
part
just
was
didn't
too
like
over
it
the
in
top.
general.
I didn't really like the story of that character in general.
Which was like kind of the story of the movie.
Kind of.
Yeah, I didn't really like the story. I liked Baby Groot was awesome, of course. Of course.
Who
Rocket
doesn't
was
love Groot?
awesome. I felt emotions for Rocket.
Right.
You finally get emotions for what's his name?
What's his
Blue-faced dude?
Drax.
No, blue dude with the thing with
Oh.
Yondu.
Yondo?
Yondu.
Yeah.
You grow to like Yondu. Music was good, except the song they ended with was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
Do
Yes,
you
it
even?
was.
Oh, the Cat Stevens.
Do you even
one.
It was a
listen to
Cat
that?
Stevens song. It was awful. But did you
The
listen to the
words-
words? It was terrible.
I don't know.
Okay,
I was
the words were
tired.
fine. It was
No, it was
Cat
bad.
Stevens is just not a great singer. He was tuned too much
it was
way too
bad.
much acid.
Also, just as a heads up, there's no spoilers in this, but there are 5 extra scenes, so you do have to wait through the entire credits. Wait through the whole thing. It's very long and
It's
drawn
worth it.
out,
Mm-hmm.
but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Watch all 5.
Okay, I have one funny thing about.
Can I finish?
Oh, sorry. I thought that was it. When you
She didn't
when
rate
you
it.
said you were at the end of the credits, I thought you were done.
I didn't rate it yet. Baby Groot was my favorite thing, and I would rate it 7.4 out of 8 stars.
Damn it, Amanda.
Okay.
Because even though the one thing was so distracting about it, and I didn't really like that story, the rest of it made up for it for me.
Okay.
You can go now.
Mm-hmm. I think that being the main story of the whole movie was a little much. They could have done it in half the movie.
Yeah, they could have.
And then had an actual kind of more antagonist, to kind of set up for another one.
Yeah.
It did seem a little drawn out for what it was, and the way that they did that character, I don't know, just didn't quite sit right with me. Like, if that character is able to do all the things that he is able to, then it seemed like he should have been either more powerful or less powerful. One of the two. Like, the limitations they put.
Seemed arbitrary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just for the fact of kind of pushing the movie
For the
forward.
story plot.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Don't give away too
I don't
much.
really like the way they handled it
What
too,
did you
too
like
well.
about it, though?
I mean the all the comedy stuff, the little interactions, the way they just kind of
Did you like the
play
ant
off
girl?
each other. Yeah, she was cool.
She was cute.
Mantis.
Mantis was cute.
She was cute. And then Drax was a little over the top this time, which was
That's,
funny.
yeah.
No, I
That was
loved
good.
him
But it
this
was
time.
good. It
I
was
loved him
because-
better this time.
Because that is the way he's very literal, right? That's his whole
Yeah.
thing. And so
I liked him.
There were some great parts with just the kind of interactions of the crew, like the
Mm-hmm.
actual dialogue between them and the funny moments that really did carry very well.
But
through
this
the movie.
story doesn't have anything to do with the overarching story, and that's the problem.
No, that was very interesting that they didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could have done all this part in like one half of it and then set something up. And I'm really surprised they didn't, because, they are making more and integrating them into the bigger Ultron story, right? Eventually.
Yeah.
So
This seemed random.
you thought there would be, it just kind of seemed like filler more than,
I agree.
an Empire kind of movie that's in the middle.
What do you rate it?
Honestly, I think I'm going to give it like a 6.5.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Because it was fun, but it missed a
I know
lot
I'm
of
not
was
getting
lacking.
murdered.
yeah. I felt like it was lacking a little bit of substance.
Nick might come and kill you.
I know, it was just it was very entertaining filler, but
It
I felt
was
like it was
entertaining.
lacking substance.
Definitely lacking the story.
Nick, prove us all wrong.
It was the best movie ever made. It was nonstop fun. It's getting all the Oscars, not just this year, but from past years.
And they're gonna go retroactive.
It's 8 out of 8 cogs or stars or whatever kind of 8 things we use.
Stars.
Cog stars.
Stars.
Drax is absolutely the best thing that was ever created, and I think he's real.
Bautista did really well.
Yeah. it was good.
I honestly though I loved every second of it. I've got no complaints whatsoever. I totally see what you guys are talking about, but I watch these just as their own movie and not setting them up for anything else. Or
I guess that's true.
anything like that. And I got no complaints whatsoever, except for one that I'm not going to deduct any points for. And that is the main bad guy unraveled his whole scheme by just doing something completely stupid that no thinking person would ever do. And that's all I can say about that.
Yeah. It wasn't the height of Yondu's fin.
That was the
really
best part. I
tall.
thought of a pompadour.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You know, a lot of people
definitely.
complained in the previous movies that it wasn't big enough.
Maybe that's why they
so
did
they're like,
it.
okay.
They overcompensated.
That's so funny. I did have one thing that I wanted to mention that was just out of the fucking blue that didn't make any sense to me at all. Is they introduce characters towards the end, right? You know what I'm talking about when they bring in all the ships. And one of the leaders of one of those ships is fucking Ving Rhames out of nowhere.
Well, and one of them is Sylvester Stallone out of
Well,
nowhere
he was
as well.
he was. Thanks for the spoiler, but no, I'm kidding. No, but he was throughout the movie. Like they introduced his character, but then all of a
For
sudden,
like
like
a second.
almost the end credits, it's like that's fucking Ving Rhames.
He's like, hi, I'm Ving Rhames.
And
Bye.
then yeah, and then that's it. And you're like,
Peace.
that could have been any actor. That could have been any actor
He
in the
just
world.
wanted to be in it. He was probably a big fan and was like, just throw me in somewhere.
It was just so random. I'm
Yeah.
just like, wait, what? It was. I thought that was pretty funny. So, yeah.
Cool. It was fun.
I loved it
Baby
so
Groot.
much. Yeah,
Baby Groot.
Baby
The
Groot.
opening sequence was one of the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it was
love
I've
the
ever
so
seen.
opening
good.
sequence. It was great.
Yeah.
So did you guys go watch it in 3D, by the way?
I did.
So
No.
I hate 3D movies, but I'm glad I watched this in 3D because the people I went with normally see 3D. And it made the movie, it was good. I'm glad I went to see it in
It
3D.
used it
I
more
would have seen it in
naturally.
3D.
Yeah.
Had I not gone with the people I went with, I would have seen it
Yeah.
in 3D.
Right.
I do recommend it if
Our
people
loser
have the
friends.
option.
Yeah, a lot of movies you see, they use 3D just to say they're like, hey, look, this is 3D.
At first, I
This
wasn't
is
Yeah,
just
like
like-
throw a knife at the
because I
screen.
never watched 3D, and I was like freaking out. Like my brain didn't know how to process
Well,
it.
the cool thing about, because it's not normal 3D, what they're doing with these kind of movies is real D 3D. So
Well,
it's
they're-
not a green and red spectrum to create the
Right.
3D
Right.
illusion. It
Well, they've been doing
actually
that for a
pulls
while
the camera
now.
forward.
And they're actually filming them in 3D.
Yeah, they use 3D cameras.
Oh man,
So
technology!
it's different.
Like,
Yeah.
I think the first real, like, actual good 3D movie I saw was The Avengers. Like, the first Avengers movie in 3D.
The first movie I ever saw in real D 3D was My Bloody Valentine with
Oh.
all the
so
the
good.
horror movies, all they use the 3D for is to, like, throw a hatchet at
Yeah,
you.
it was great
or,
though. It was
you know,
so worth it. And that
Oh.
movie's wonderful.
or blood splatter up at you, something like that.
I need to say one more thing about Guardians of the Galaxy before we're done with that.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that universe would make the best space MMO that ever existed if they did that.
No one knows how.
You know
to
what's
do that.
funny is like the whole time we were watching it, I was like, this is like literally. Oh wait, no, I'm talking about Rick and Morty. I'm thinking of Rick and Morty. That it was just like Bodega.
Oh, yeah.
That's Rick and Morty.
Okay, at one point, he actually says Flarv, like in the first season.
Yeah, which
Oh,
I
really?
thought period made up, but apparently not. So that was it.
So, all right.
Yeah. I think
Anything
we're-
else anybody wants to talk about this week?
Nope.
No,
Everyone
that
shut
was
up.
Wow.
Jeez. Guess we'll wrap it there. Thanks,
Yeah.
Nick. All right. Well, we'll see you all next week. And send us your questions. Go to the website, cogpod.net. And everybody say goodbye.
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 I am Groot.
Bye.
Well, now what are we going to